Everybody loves The Nightmare Before Christmas, whether that's because of the catchy, memorable songs and score by Danny Elfman, the incredible technical achievement of the stop-motion animation that still no animated film to this day is able to contend with, or its association with the two most celebrated holidays, Christmas and Halloween, blended together in an extremely fun and engaging creative extravaganza. It's a great story by Tim Burton and a near-perfect directed movie by Henry Selick, who, of course, would go on to do other memorable stop-motion films like Coraline, which is also really great in its own way. Nightmare Before Christmas, though, has certainly earned its place within film history, animated film history, and the cultural zeitgeist just in general. But there is something really specific that I personally love about the film that, because of how great the animation, the characters, and the music are, I often don't see it talked about. And it's actually a very important message about life that I resonate with through Jack Skellington's story, and something that I think is super important, not just for kids, but for everybody to understand. We all know the story. Jack is from Halloween Town, where everyone there is a monster in some shape or form, and they all love Halloween. They live for Halloween. All year long, it's just built up anticipation for that specific day. And Jack is the Pumpkin King, the guy that they look up to as the leading representative of all things spooky. The opening of the film has the legendary This Is Halloween song, which I actually still to this day contest is my first exposure to Screamo music. Here's what I mean. But the thing about Jack that's different than everybody else is that he's burned out. Yes, he does love Halloween too, but it's the only thing that anybody around him cares about, and it's all that they want from him all the time. It's all they want to do. It's all they want to talk about, and Jack has this deep feeling of emptiness from it all. He longs for something that he can expand his horizons with, a way to feel a sense of passion that he's been lacking, and he knows there's something else out there in the world somewhere that he can do. He just doesn't know what it is yet, and he feels really lost because of it. When he stumbles upon Christmas Town, it's like this rejuvenation of ambition and power. It surges through him. The stark differences from Halloween with the bright lights, the joy, the trees, the bright colors, the gifts, and all of that stuff that's involved with Christmas. It's a brand new world of experience that his burning passion just wishes to be a part of. And so Jack wants to bring this excitement that he feels back to Halloween Town, but nobody quite understands it the way he does. And to be honest, Jack doesn't really fully understand it either. Jack just decides to drive headfirst into something that's different, but not something that he has a full grasp of at the time. And it's understandable, and I think that's something that happens to all of us from time to time. We just want something different. We want to experience something new. We want to feel that passion again. And Jack is definitely blind to the problems that he's causing, but he is so enamored with Christmas that he just can't see it. When you take on a new idea or hobby or skill, you can get so hyped up sometime with the end result that you don't really understand the steps it takes to get there. And that's kind of something similar that Jack goes through. But because everybody in town trusts Jack and they are in turn inspired by him, they go along with it and they try to get excited too. But these Halloween creatures are not equipped for Christmas, which is why everything goes so haywire. So here's the point that I'm reaching towards. Jack puts 100% of his energy into trying to do Christmas, and ultimately, it fails. Jack literally falls flat on his face. I mean, even worse, like he's blown out of the sky with a goddamn missile. The kids are terrorized by their presents. Santa Claus gets tortured by the boogeyman. Jack doesn't even see Sally trying to help him the entire time. He's a man that's lost to his own ambition. Jack fails at Christmas, and there's something about this that I've always found really interesting that is not usually something you see in any kids movie. Usually in kids movies, the characters work really hard and accomplish all of their goals. But Jack doesn't. Jack tries as hard as he can, but he still fails. And this is an extremely important lesson of life, that sometimes you can try really hard, put all of your energy into something, and do every possible thing you can think of to make it work, and then it all blows up in your face. No matter how much you want something, you can still fail at it. And you may think this is really bleak and a bad takeaway, but the true message here is within Jack's song as he lays here within the cemetery. Jack goes from feeling sorry for himself to feeling reinvigorated once again, because it's not about don't try new things because you might fail. It's about trying new things in spite of the fear of failure. Not everything in life is going to work out, but without trying, you'll never know. You'll never know how far you can get. And the first time that you try something, you are going to be a bit naive to how it works and to some of the faults within your approach. And that's okay. By trying to make Christmas happen his way, he gained wisdom, he gained experience, he gained a better understanding of the holiday and of himself. He recognized his own faults, and he was willing to put things right and take accountability for his mistakes. And most importantly, by being able to step away from Halloween for a while and stretch his creative wings somewhere else, he was able to come back to Halloween even stronger and more invigorated than he was before. I think sometimes it's really hard to be a creative person or feel any kind of sense of creativity when you want to expand your horizons, when you're in a world or a society that seems to only think one way. When you feel so different from everybody else, or feel like you just can't connect to everybody around you, or that you can't get excited the same way everyone else gets excited about something, and it can make you feel really lost and isolated, and you just want to be able to feel something once again. I think this movie really resonated with the weird kids and the outcasts in school because of those reasons, you know? It often gets made fun of by being associated with Hot Topic and emo kids, or at least it used to. I don't know. I'm old. That's what it used to be. But I think there's a reason for that. Jack is kind of the perfect outcast character in a way, because not only does he feel so differently from everybody else, but he's also supposed to be the representative of how they all operate. He's the Pumpkin King. His emptiness of repetition and what's expected of him caused him to go on a journey of self-discovery. Who is he really? Everyone wants him to be the Pumpkin King, but who is he? Well, he's Jack. And maybe when he tried something and experimented at something new, maybe he wasn't able to be the best at it, but he was the only one brave enough to at least give it a try. And if you don't try new things in life, then you're never going to know how well you can do at them. And even if you're not perfect, even if you fail, even if the first time it doesn't work out, it's not all for nothing. You do gain a lot of experience in the process, and you're able to overcome fear, and you're able to just try something. And sometimes that's all you really need. And if you become blind to something in the process, well, as long as you take the accountability at the end of the day and try to do your best, then that's what matters. Also, I think there's a lesson in there about not neglecting the cute Frankenstein girl, because she's pretty bad, and you don't want to miss that opportunity. Also, I guess I'll end this video by giving my 2 cents on the age-old debate on whether or not Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. My argument is that it's a Christmas movie, since the entire plot and narrative revolves around Christmas. Also, Halloween is over within the first 5 minutes of the movie, but the real answer is that it's both. And maybe because it's both, the best time to watch it isn't in October or December. Maybe it's right now, in November. So, there you go. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think about Nightmare Before Christmas, and if you got this same kind of message out of it, or if you interpreted it completely differently, let me know. Thanks for watching this video, as always, guys, and if you want to support the channel on a deeper level, I would greatly appreciate it if you did so. I have a Patreon, channel memberships, merch store, all linked down below in the description, as well as all the various social media links where you can follow me. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you next time.